What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate you. My name's Rob. We're in my garage, and today we're working on the Mustang. Alright, we're gonna put some new plugs in there, and I'm gonna show you how to assemble some spark plug wires. Excuse the messy garage. The wife kind of took over for the last week. I was working late every day, so she thought it was a good idea to do some of her projects. But nonetheless, here we have the MSD Street Fire plug wires, right? The 8mm. All right, they come like so. You gotta assemble them. I'll do a walkthrough how I would do one, and then throw you on a time lapse, and we'll get this car all tuned up. So stand by for that. All right, guys. So this is how you make your wires, right? So I already replaced all the spark plugs. Put in some NGKs. Typical AutoZone Advance, whatever. And then I put all the plug wires back. Just helps me keep track. I mean, obviously you can just look up the firing order, find your number one, which number one is there, and then go around. But I find it so much easier to do this. So you hook up your new wire. I already cut this one, but it was yay long. You put it up there, figure out about where it's going to be, about where you like it setting, however you want to route it. I'm just going with the direct approach, directly to the cap. So once you figure out how long you want it, you struggle to pull it off the spark plug. You come down and you find your caps you want to use. This is the typical cap for a foxbody. You can either use that one or that one. I like these a little bit better. These are for, you know, their older stuff, right? You know, the female ends, like a Mopar, or yeah, a Mopar. So once you do all that, you're gonna cut your wire. Use some either side cutters, or you can use this handy dandy tool. It's made by Excel. It's called a spark plug, or a spark plug wire tool. It's pretty neat. Now mine's pretty old. I think I got them at O'Reilly's 5-10 years ago, somewhere around there. It's got your cutters, it's got your crimpers, and then it's got your strippers. But as you can see, mine are pretty beat up. My cutter doesn't quite line up anymore, but nonetheless, they still work for what I need them for. All right, here's the terminal you're going to be using. It's just your typical female terminal, clips down, you know, once it's in the hole. Now, this is not actually tire shine, it's just soap and water. So you want to lube this bad boy up. Make it to where it's nice and able to move. Oh, once you cut it, you gotta strip it. That's what these strippers are for. So all this, the actual spark plug wire, is basically an isolator for this little piece right here. I don't really know what it's made out of, but it's what carries all the spark, right? So the spark's generated by the coil, goes up to the distributor in the middle, and then your rotor connects the link between your coil and whatever spark plug wire is in the timing order, and then travels down the spark plug wire to a spark plug, ignites, then you got combustion, right? So what you want to do is fold this bad boy over like so, stick it in this guy, now here in a second I'll explain how I'm doing this wrong, but if you ever made a set of these, just listen for one moment before you start killing me in the comments, and then you crimp them. Oh man, see, our conductor dropped out, so it's not too big a deal. like I said, sorry for my garage. I haven't really been here, but my wife's been killing it figuratively. So if you drop your conductor out like I just did, all you gotta do is just stuff it right back in, and it's not a big deal. Sometimes it's easier said than done, especially since you just crimped it, but boom. So she's back in there, right? Remember, we leave this bad boy up. Now, technically you're supposed to stick the plug wire in there, pull it out, then put the connector on it, and then it slides back through. That's still a pain in my experience, so I just leave them up pretty good, and then I start shoving them in there. All right, I don't know if you can see that. Here, here's a, make sure you get the good angle. All right, but the cap is in there, and there we have our first wire. So make sure it clicks on. All right, come up here. Here, click. Boom, you have a wire. Now you just go to the next one. And you do the same thing. Now, is this way I have found. Just load all these bad boys up, roughly the same height. You pull it down. So your shortest one, obviously, is going to be for, we already did number 5, so that's going to be for number 1. You find your second shortest one, and then boom. That could be for number 6. So, same thing, stick it on all the way till it clicks. Run it up how you want it to run. See, I want it to look good, so we're gonna stick it out through here. All right, so about yay. Make sure you keep your fingers on it. All right, remember, give yourself a little bit extra, so you got the conductor to go with it. And next, you strip it. Now remember, my strippers suck, so I should probably get a new set. But I don't plan on making too many more spark plug wires. You know, these should outlast the car. You know, I've ran these on my Duster before. Whenever it had a milder 440 in it, and it wasn't super fast. It went, you know, 760s, something like that, in an 1/8. So with a very, very mild 440, had a cam, stock heads, stock springs, had a 509 lift cam, intake and a carburetor, and then obviously the transmission and chassis was still built. We went 760s at 94, 95 miles an hour in an 1/8 with, you know, these plug wires. So they're good stuff. So once again, figure out your plug you're using. A little bit of soap and water. Let it sit in there for a minute. Fold your conductor over. Hold pressure down on it while you're setting up. Grab your crimpers. Make sure, so your crimpers has a male and a female side. The female is made for the top part. The male is made for the bottom part because it pushes these tabs over and digs into it, right? So make sure you have the correct orientation. And just crimp down. like that. About some excess soapy water. Put this one in. Oh man, this one's being way tougher than the other one was. But nevertheless, it's still the same. Sometimes you'll run into some tough ones. You just got to get through it, push it all the way in. All right. Damn you. It's not doing anything wrong, it's just being a pain. So one thing, MSD does supply this with their wires. So technically you put the wire in there, put the cap on it, and then this closes down. You like put it in a vise with the wire coming through it, like so, with the terminal on it, and then close that down in a vise and it crimps it. However, I didn't mean to do this, but I didn't get a good crimp on that terminal, so that's why it's being a pain to push on. So you got to make sure that you know, do it real good. You know, it's starting to come through there, but sometimes she gives you a little trouble. And whatever you do, don't mess up this isolator, right? Because there's only 8 of each kind in the kit, so if you mess it up, it's not good. You're looking at probably buying another. I think you could buy those like off of Amazon or eBay, or you can probably even buy them at O'Reilly's, but or AutoZone, or whatever your preferred method is. But still, it's a pain for when you're just watching mistakes. So once you get it out, you can stick a small screwdriver in there and pull it up, set it in. I don't know if you see, but she's set in, and then go back. Run it just the way you was going to run it. Make sure she clips in, and then you're golden. All right, keep doing the same thing for all 8, and your coil wire, which comes with the coil wire down there. Obviously, this was a pre-made kit for whoever bought this, because that coil wire is super long. So you can actually go ahead and get this out your way, because you already know where that one's going. All right, so I ain't gonna bore you anymore. I'll let you see it when I'm all done, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so got all our new plug wires on, got new plugs in. So the only thing left to do now that you've messed with the ignition system is check timing. So, because I don't know if you can see it, but I'm an idiot and it was never tight. So go ahead, turn it on. And just like that, then we're going to, oh shit. Just like that, tighten her up. She is good to go. Catch you guys at test drive. Alright guys, just like that, you get all 8 spark plug wires and your coil wire, and you're on to the races, onto the streets or onto the mountains or whatever. Now, it's very simple. I know a lot of people that, you know, haven't bought decent wires because there's like, oh god, I don't want to put them together, so they buy the pre-made kits. I'm sorry for the rattling. The boot that goes underneath the shifter cover down here, right here, that metal base, I forgot to tighten it up whenever I put transmission back in. I just realized that. So yeah, hey, so if you're sticking around to the end, obviously you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, man, hit that like button, subscribe, please come back for more. I enjoy doing this, super fun. Plus I get to document all my work, even though, you know, it's small things here and there. The easiest thing to do, man, if you enjoy this kind of content, I encourage you, man, just go out, buy a project car. Man, I promise, if you're going out to the clubs, or, you know, you're going out and all that stuff, yeah, man, it's cool for a night, and then next time you want to do it, you got to spend more money and all that stuff. I give it the project car, you're spending tons and tons of money, but you got something to show for it. Man, I haven't been to a club since I was like 21. Everything I do, man, I either do family stuff, that's my #1 priority, #1, and then next is you know, my race car, and then this car. So definitely go out, buy your project car. You can find a Honda Civic for about 800 bucks, and just go work on it. Speaking of Honda Civics, hey, if you're subscribed to this channel and you like the content, go on over, type in Gerard-00-7